Our next speaker right here is Christiane Zarowski. Her title is What If Your Body Was the Key All Along? Ooh, do it together. Ooh, Discovering the hidden power of body intelligence. Christiane is a certified embodied coach and speaker who helps individuals and teams access the wisdom of the body to reduce stress, yay, build resilience, and lead with authenticity. That's a big word for me, authenticity. Her body intelligence approaches uses practical tools and experimental learning to help people shift from unhelpful patterns, make aligned decisions, and lead with greater presence. How many of you have unhelpful patterns in your life? Can I see your hands, please? Let's welcome Christiane.
Thank you. On, right? Hello. Thank you for the fun intro, Tanya. So, have you ever walked into a room and just known something was off? You know, like you're just like, ugh, yuck. You don't know what it is. You can't articulate it. Is it the energy? Is it the vibe? We don't really know what words to use to describe it. I'm going to bet money that every single person here has once, at least once, ignored that little message and walked and done it anyway and been like, no, I'm going to power through. I'm going to tough through. I've got this. Like, suck it up. And then regretted it. That's your body intelligence in action, right? That is your body giving you messages, and if you listened, it's body intelligence. If you didn't, it's not so intelligent. So that's the difference. I'm calling it body intelligence because it's the ability to hone that skill so it becomes an intelligence. You see, we have IQ, right? That's our cognitive frontal lobe. And we have EQ, which is our heart and our emotions, our own and understanding other people. But BQ is everything from the neck down. It's that part that gets ignored, the part that we don't listen to, the part that we push through when we shouldn't. You see, BQ is about listening and interpreting and using the messages of our body. So it's bigger than intuition. We use the word intuition a lot, and some people think that's woo-woo, and we dismiss it, and it's silly, and why would I bother with that? You know, I got to be logical, and I'm going to make my checklists, because that's what I'm supposed to do, right? And then we're going to analyze our thoughts, and we're going to live up in our head, and we make a big crazy mess, and we tell ourselves stories, and we get all stressed out, right? But BQ is learning to listen from the neck down. Now, a stat that just blows my mind. Our brain is processing about 40 to 50 bits of information every second. Like, wow, no wonder we love our brains, right? They're so powerful. They are the boss. And the rest of our body in the same exact second is processing 11 million bits of information in the exact same amount of time. And that's the stuff that we ignore. That's the stuff that's unconscious. That's the stuff that happens on autopilot. That's the stuff like you're digesting your food. Obviously, you're not going to think about how your digestive tract works. But it's also the messages when you walk in that room that maybe this isn't for me. Or should I go on that second date? Maybe that wasn't for me. Or should I leave the person I'm with? Right? They're big questions. Should I move? Should I buy into a new business? Should I hire that person? So we're constantly making really big decisions out of checklists in our head. And how often are we listening to this ancient wisdom that we have inside, right? Like I'm talking ancient, like when you are in the hunter-gatherer, well, you weren't, when people were hunter-gathering and they're in the forest and they have to make a decision because there was a rustling in the tree and the smell shifted. And they heard a branch, and the branch size that broke was a big one, not a little one, right? Like all those things we're attuned to, we don't have to do anymore, because guess what? We have the grocery store. We've got the fridge that keeps our food cold. We've got the GPS that gets us where we need to go. So we just stop listening. So body intelligence is about relearning what we already have within us, learning how to make sense of it so we can use it to inform our decisions further. But it's even more than that. What's really exciting for me is that body intelligence, when you're using it as a skill, is about action. So what are you going to do with all that awareness and that knowledge that you have? How can you use it as a strategic tool to move you forward? Because you can change your shape to change your state. So I'm not just going to be aware. I'm going to use my body as a tool for change. So we're going to look for patterns, we're going to find our blind spots, and then guess what? You can change those so you can show up better, because you don't have to be the way you always were just because it was that way, right? So I don't really want to keep talking about it. That's my definition of body intelligence. I'd love to show you if you're willing to play a little bit, and let's experience what it's like to change our shape, right? So I'm going to skip over the intuitive exercise because I think many people probably have a familiarity with that. So I'm going to invite you, this is going to be hard with a microphone actually, to first take on what I call the Quasimodo pose of too much computer work. So pretend you're at the computer and it's been hours and you're getting smaller and smaller and your shoulders are hunching and your fingers are turning into claws and your eyes are squinting. You're like, oh my God, I hate this person on the other end of the email, right? Like your face is contorted. You cannot think clearly from this posture. You are stuck. You can't breathe. There's no flow of energy or clarity of thought. It is uncomfortable, and we do it all day long. If you're a mechanic, it's the same kind of pose. You're looking, you're an artist. It doesn't matter what it is. And actually, when your eyes are doing this, what we don't realize is it's mimicking fight or flight. So you are into fight mode. You're zoomed in, and you're ready to bounce. Cortisol, cortisol, cortisol. So I'm going to invite you to uncurl. And just, I'm standing, you're sitting, rotate your shoulders, and I'm going to invite you to spin your thumbs out. It naturally opens your rotator cuff. It naturally, hang your arms down, rotate your thumbs open, and feel your chest open. Take a breath. Feel what it's like to suddenly have this airflow and this extra clarity of thought. Unzoom your eyes. Stop squinting, and just take a second and notice a difference. That is changing your shape, to change your state. If you've done yoga or breath work or anything like that, you might be familiar with this. So I'm going to invite you to play a little bit more if you were willing to stand up with me. We'll try another one. So Amy Cuddy made this super famous, the confidence pose. Good. Natalie talks about confidence all the time. I'm going to invite you to take your best superhero pose. Put 2 hands on your hips, which I can't do. We're not, oh, you're advancing. Don't do that one yet. 2 hands on your hips. Darn it, this is not effective when I have a microphone. And feel what that feels like, okay? Feel how you've just shifted. Your essence, your presence, your embodiment. What are you invoking? All of a sudden there's this like power, right? This authority, this I've got this, okay? And you can hold that before something important and feel that feeling. And I'm gonna invite you to try a new one, and this time we're going to do 2 arms. I'm going to have to just go off script here. Well then, I got there for the rest. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I think I've got it. Everybody's got the pose. Thank you, Natalie. Love you. So everybody's got their arms wide open. This one is called taking up space pose. Feel the difference. It's very different than the other one, even though they're both confident. One, and I don't want to speak for you, often has a sense of power. This one has a chest opening. It's slightly more vulnerable, if you notice. You are on display. You are seen and visible in your biggest, best self. Now notice if it feels natural to have your arms out. If you need to drop them because you did an arm workout yesterday, go for it. Okay? But what is it like? And if you have a disability, you can do this just like this. It's about the essence and the invoking of this feeling. So notice that if your legs are wider together. This pose is about taking up as much space as possible. You want your arms as big as they can. You want your fingers splayed. You want your toes pointing out. And you are taking up the rightful space you deserve on this planet. Right? And speakers in this room are probably very good at this pose. But I invite you to notice, are you good at this everywhere? If you'd like to drop out, you can. Are you good at this here in this job, but maybe not in your relationships? Maybe at home you're a people pleaser and like to be very agreeable with your other person. Where in your life could you use these poses? You guys can sit if you'd like, thank you. Thanks for participating, right? So what body intelligence is the awareness of these messages your body is telling you. What did you feel in each of those poses, right? Did it feel foreign? Oh my God, that's weird. Did it feel delicious, like, I'm home? Did it feel like I want more of that and I need more of that in my life? Did it repel you and go, ew, that one's uncomfortable. Maybe I need to practice that one more. Okay, so your body is telling you something and you get to use that as a growth edge. So body intelligence with action means that you get to find things that you can practice in your life to improve the way you are. And it could be confidence. Maybe the problem is the opposite. Maybe there's the type of leader that walks into the room and is really, really loud and says, "Why don't you share your opinion with me?" And they have no idea why everybody's scared of them. So maybe their blind spot would be that they're taking up too much space and they're not leaving enough space for other people. So body intelligence is huge, right? And it is ancient, and we have it within us. And I love it because your body gets to be the vehicle for change. And I love it because mindset is great, but you don't have to start there. Sometimes this is the missing piece. I've been to therapy, I've done the things, read the books, and I still don't get it. Because you can't tell somebody to be confident if they've never felt it. You can't say mindset your way to confidence when they don't know what that feels like. You can't tell somebody who's blind the color of fuchsia. Well, it's a combo of pink and purple. They don't know. We need to experience. So body intelligence is about using your experience to become that better person. And when you have developed it, not as a simple yes, no, knowing, but a really discerned ability to understand yourself, how you show up for yourself and for others, then you get what everybody says they want. Presence, authenticity, integrity, empathy, connection. All the things we say we want reside here. It's the missing piece for many that adds that third level of intelligence that we've had forever. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Christiane. There's a little gift for you at the back for like a 1-minute embodiment practice that you can try to slip in your wallet and chat with me later if you have any questions. Thank you.
Awesome. So you'll be at the back later? Awesome. Yeah, let's give it up one more time for Christiane.